before the break?
Yeah. I think it's been really pretty smooth. Just wish we had a few more bodies. We've had a couple of guys get hurt, so we were already thin in the secondary, and then we were like paper thin. With Jadar dislocated his elbow first day. I guess what it was that first day of pads. It was either Friday or Saturday, and he should be back when we get back from the break. And then Blanks got clocked, so he was out. And so, next thing you know, you're like really thin at safety in particular. So we just and then Peters has not been out here yet, so we pretty thin in the secondary, but it's been good. Installation's been good. Everybody's getting an opportunity. This is the land of opportunity in spring ball. Everybody gets a chance. We pretty much spoon feed them and teach them all, so they can have that chance to go compete. We rep 3 groups, and that's just the way we do it, and try to develop as much depth as we can and teach them all in spring, and then a little bit the first part of camp. Then we start honing in on who's going to actually go play. So none of them will be able to say they didn't get a chance or an opportunity. That's for sure. But it's been good. We put the pads on Saturday, and Saturday was probably as good a practice as we've had in a long time. I mean, a outstanding practice. It's been very physical, and we've done a few things to just try to challenge them a little bit from a mentality standpoint. As far as we got to be ready. We got to be ready when practice starts. We got to be ready when the games start. We're going to open up with a top 5, top 10 team, and so we've tried to create that atmosphere in practice, each practice. But today was good. It was the first. It wasn't a full scrimmage. It was a half scrimmage, but it was all situational type stuff. We're not quite ready for a full scrimmage yet from an installation standpoint, as far as all the situations like goal line. But we covered a lot of situations in the half scrimmage that we had today, and when we come back, we'll have that Monday, Wednesday, Friday to kind of ramp up and getting ready for that first big scrimmage.
Looks like you've got a lot of really good competition at defensive end.
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, we got that group is transformed. That group doesn't even look the same. Just bodies, from a depth standpoint, athleticism. It's a really good group, and now we've got some experience to go with it. We had no experience. This time last year, Vic Beasley was just like a science project, hoping that it would work. And he's got a chance to be pretty doggone good. He's a disruptive at pick 6 today. That's the second pick 6 of in the first 5 days.
Said he read Kosh's eyes.
Well, you know what? The thing about Vic, sometimes he'll act like he's on, he's a space cadet, but that guy has got great instincts. He really does. He's got a good feel for the game, and he's figured it out. I mean, he's bought in. He's all in, and really sold on what his opportunity is. And he looks good. He's got picking up some size, but he has got really good football instincts and IQ. But he's doing well. Corey Crawford, Barnes has been been very zeroed in and is making a move. And there's nobody on this staff that would disagree with the fact that he's probably as talented a guy as we have. It's just a matter of him putting it all together. And he looks like he's trying to take another step, which is very encouraging. We've got Shaq Lawson, Ebo, very impressive young talents. Martin Aiken is another guy that we're really high on. And I probably forgot somebody in there. So, Dodd. Dodd is another guy. He's a totally different guy from where he was this time last year. All of those guys can play, and there's not a miss in that group. Every one of them can play, and so that's encouraging because we have now at end what we had at D tackle last year. Last year at D tackle we had we had a lot of talented guys, and so with that came a ton of competition, and guys they make each other better, and so when you have that type of competitive depth, it's a positive, and we didn't really have that at the end, but we do now. And we still got Dane coming in here this summer to add with the group. So it's a really good-looking group. And what I see happening at the end is what I think will happen in the secondary once we get all the pieces here. And now all of a sudden we've got quality depth and competition to come with it.
From a sheer numbers standpoint, have you pretty much conceded that you're going to play at least 3, maybe 4 of those true freshmen DBs?
Oh, I don't see any way that we can't. I mean, it just that's one of the reasons we went ahead and hit our sign, because our number is 14. That's what we try to recruit to in the secondary. And right now we've got 8 guys here on scholarship, with Jadar coming in, 7 more that'll join us. So we'll be actually 1 over. But one of the reasons we did that was we know we're going to have to count on some guys. And so, they're not all going to be ready. And you just never really know. Who you may think is going to be ready will come in and he won't be ready. Who you think, that guy will never play as a freshman, he'll shock you. So you just never know. But between those, but they're all talented, and there's certainly a lot of opportunity. And we like the guys we have. We just need more competition, more accountability, more depth, more quality depth that we can depend on.
When do you expect to get Gary back?
Probably right after the break, and probably another practice or 2, and then hopefully he'll, be ready to get back out here and get back to work. And Gary can play. I tell you, Darius is improving his skills and fundamentals and techniques, and he had a good day today. Martin Jenkins is he makes us better instantly. He is very impressive. Breland is not here today. He's got a grandfather who had a stroke, and his mom came and got him. But he's another guy that's got all the talent, can do everything. It's just a matter of him, putting it all together and really being focused and staying focused. But it's amazing what a little competition will do as far as getting guys where you want them to be.
Was Travis just a case of getting a bell rung, or was it a concussion? Or?
I think he said it was a slight concussion, and whatever that means. But he got rocked pretty good in a drill the other day.
Any clarity at all at backup quarterback, or still way too early?
Oh, yeah, it's way too early. But I'll say this: Cole's probably had his best 5 practices of his since he's been at Clemson. He has been. They've all been good, but Cole would be one that if I was going to single one out, it'd be him. He has been very, very impressive these first 5 days.
Where's he improved?
Just his consistency, his fundamentals, his knowledge. He's more engaged. He looks more like a leader. He's a guy that's trying to really assert himself, and he looks like he's a guy that's wanting to compete to beat Taj out. And that's what you want. That's the kind of mentality you want guys to show up and practice with. But it just has a real understanding, Plus, he's a junior. He's been through here, been through the system. He's played, and he looks like a guy that's played. I just got a real calmness to him and a real maturity to him right now that I like. But he's performed very well. And like I said, they've all done good. I'm not disappointed with any of them, but he's one that I'm just going to call one out of him.
What do you think that means for defensive production? When you look at the end position, you had some struggles last year creating pressure with the front 4, had some depth concern with the secondary. If you get those 2 groups deeper and more productivity from them, what does that mean for your defense?
Better defense, more stops, less points on the board.
I mean, major strides.
Major strides. Yeah. I mean, listen, we were not a great defense. The arrow went up in all the areas. We're far from what our standard is here defensively. We don't want to just be a top 50 defense. We want to be one of the best defenses in the country, and that's just the way that's our mentality. And that's what these guys expect, and that's what we're working toward. Simple as that. If we'll become a little bit smarter, which we should, a year or 2, and hopefully that will lead to less big plays, in particular big play touchdowns, and then just the experience up front. If you can be good in the front 7, then you have a chance to be really good on defense, and we're going to be good in the front 7. I'm very confident that and with the numbers that we have there, we'll have a group that'll be poised and ready to go, and it's going to play the type of Clemson defense that we expect, and that Brent expects, and all those guys. But we got to improve in the secondary. That's the area that if we can get it all together and have these guys here improve, and then add some key pieces to it, there's no reason why we can't be a very good defense. Much improved defense, much improved. And they improved all last year. Just look at what we did in the last 6 games compared to the first 7. You just saw the improvement. So, we ended up, up there near the tops in the league in sacks and did a lot of good things. So, interceptions and so forth. But, there's a ton of room for improvement. We all know that.
Where are you with running back? Are you comfortable with where you are now, or in July not get here fast enough?
Oh, no. I'm very comfortable with these 3 guys. I tell you, Hot Rod had a great day today. He's as he should be, very confident, and he's worked really hard, but he's impressive. DJ's been impressive. Zach Brooks looks like the guy we recruited him to be. Just it's amazing what a year will do. Just your confidence and the development. Having been here for a whole year, he's his 2nd spring now. He looks great. He's fast. He's got some size on him. I feel excellent for those 3 guys. What I don't feel good about is we just don't have a lot of depth. Really like C.J. Davidson, the kid from Daniel. I think he's got a chance. He can fly. He's learning. He signed Clemson at Clemson to run track, and ran track and decided he wanted to go back to football. So he came out. He didn't get out here well after school started. So he just kind of scout team, but he's a very athletic guy that can help us in situations. And but those 2 big guys, we need some big bodies, to have the whole package at that position. Right now we don't have that.
As I mentioned, you're fearful